I got it on mine just in case we want to go a little longer than an hour.
I can't put the stuff in there. I can't pin comments and shit from your page.
Pin comments.
Yeah, I was doing something different last week. Like all the shit we was talking about, I was able to put the links in there and shit, like and pin them. But we don't need them today because we ain't doing nothing.
All right.
Oh, we don't need them today. I'm not trying to be here longer than an hour though. Are we good?
You ready?
IG?
Yeah.
We are live.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
A lot of people say it though.
That's dope as hell, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, man.
Bro, it is, bro. Hey,
I feel that, bro.
they're trying to remake it.
Man, they better not mess it up like they did Coming to America.
They're gonna mess it up.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good?
Hey, not much, man. Just chilling. It's another day, another dollar.
Another
What's
day,
happening with
another
y'all?
dollar.
Victory has come. Has come. Victory
Yeah.
today is mine.
We'll take one. We'll take the small victory for sure, for sure.
Woo!
Yeah, definitely take the small victory. Definitely gotta take that one, man. That was good. That's obviously the biggest news, man. How was y'all week? How was everything going? What y'all boys been up to?
Bro, it was good, man. With work on the road, all last week. This weekend, back on the road, heading out, going to a different archery shop, checking them out, and man, just chilling. Oh, and pickling, making a whole lot of pickles.
A whole lot of pickling. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that though.
Bro, I got a cucumber plant in the back, bro. That's just it's producing pickles like nobody's business, man. Like I'm acting to my resume. I'm a pickle farmer now, bro. I'm
Add it to the resume.
Yeah.
So you're gonna add it to his resume. Okay, all right. What about you? See how your week went?
Good so far, man. I'm finally free. So I think both of y'all know what that means.
I
Finally
definitely
free,
know what you mean.
Finally free, boys. Finally free.
How that feel, man?
Feels fantastic, man. I can't wait. I'm about to start putting a whole lot more content out. I can't wait till hunting season comes because I might be divorced. I'm gonna do so much hunting.
I don't wish that on nobody, but hopefully it don't come to that. But
Nah, it ain't
definitely
gonna come to
enjoy it and get out there. I know you just talking.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. I told her. I said, when September comes, babe, I'm sorry. I'm out. Take me and my son. We gone.
We'll catch you at the end of January.
Right.
I
For
got
a few more weeks until spring comes. You better enjoy that time from January to March.
Right.
I got a homeboy, and he always talk about putting in. He said, "Man, you got to put in them honey hours, bro." I'm like, "Honey hours?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes from January to about end of July, end of August. He goes, "I'm spending every day I can with my wife. I'm doing this. I'm going to this. I'm going to that." And then when the damn season start, she can't say nothing. I'm gone. I didn't deposited so much honey coins in the bank, and he goes, "I'm gone. I don't care if it's birthday, wedding, funeral. I'm gone."
Yeah, man. if I decide to go down that road again, this is what you got. So you know what you're getting into 100% from the beginning. I ain't making a damn change for nobody. But with that being said, man, I ain't had nothing really going on. But welcome to everybody in the chat, man. It's New Jack episode 15. We coming to y'all live again as we always do on Mondays. Fresh off a victory. We got Mike Lee to fuck up out of here. Got to hit a round of applause for my man Mike Lee and his dumbass dreams. Getting clapped down. Gotta get Mike Lee on up out of there, man. But we're gonna talk about a couple things for y'all today. We're talking about what should we do next. Me and Trey was talking about the PACs, the political action committees, and what hunters can do. We're talking about some off-season prep and all the other things that we do on New Jack, man. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right into it since we just came off of it. If you hadn't heard, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but the big beautiful bill, the one provision that was really crucial to all of us, has been defeated for now. So again, we'll take the small victory, but what you think we should be doing now that we got a little breathing room for a little while?
Man, reloading, man. It's like after any, if you played sports, you know what I'm saying, when you get a win, you know what I'm saying, everybody's celebrating stuff, but you always got that one coach in the corner who he didn't already celebrated that win in that small little window, but now he already prepping for the next time, man. Like, we got this one, but next week we got such and such. So how we gonna start, building a game plan around that and getting ready, building a strategy for that game. So for us, it's the same thing, man. We need to, band together and really figure out, how are we gonna go on the offense? Because so many times we always end up playing the defense, and that's led to a couple losses. You think about the Wolf Bill that they got passed in Colorado.
Yeah, they was really asleep at the wheel on that one, man. That's a damn shame.
Well, the thing with that is like they I think the Game Fisher Park had like an NDA. They couldn't even talk about it. So it was one of those things where like you could call and ask questions, but no one was allowed to talk about it. And they really only targeted like the big counties in Colorado, the ones that really matter. So like Boulder and Denver and Colorado Springs.
Yeah, all the people that ain't really never gonna be impacted by it.
Yep. So we got to like band together and figure out, all right, how are we going to go in the offense? So, I mean, that looks like a whole list of things. We'll get into it later on in the show, but it's staying informed, joining support groups, continuous education. I mean, so many things that we need to do to, ramp up and get ready. So next time when it come up, we ready. So they say, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, that's the saying. And I know the people in Utah better do the right thing. Mike Lee up for re-election in 2028. His term end on January 3rd, 2029. Y'all know what y'all need to do, Utah. We counting on you. Get him permanently up out the paint.
Get him out there.
Get him out the paint for real. And we need to put somebody in there too that's gonna really stand up for the values that align with the Western hunting ways and American ways in general. Not somebody that's out for the quick money grab. There's still some stuff in that bill I don't love as far as like some of the drilling and all that stuff that they trying to do, but we'll take the big win. I still would encourage y'all to call y'all senators though, and get that bill completely like shut down if at all possible. Because if you look deeper into it, there's still some stuff left in there that ain't the greatest, but we can live with it, I guess.
Well, see, like to me, that's gonna be like the hard part because like whenever you think about a politician and what their platform is, it's very rare that anybody looks and says like what's their platform on the outdoors and hunting community. Like I rarely ever hear anyone ask those questions, and you definitely don't get it during like any kind of debate. No, they don't allow people to ask real questions.
That needs to be on. That needs to be one of the questions though from now on, especially out there, with this going on, because there's a lot of hunters out west. There's a lot of hunters, period, around, in the world, man. I feel like we don't get somebody in there that actually knows something about the outdoors, it can get bad. Like this one, small victory, but who knows what's going to be on the next bill.
Exactly. And that's where those PACs come in because they only talk about issues that they're getting, they got those committees behind them saying, hey, I'm giving you this money. I want you to talk about this issue. So we need to, in my opinion, get some kind of, sportsman pack formed, and there are a couple out there, but we need to like really get them out there and either get one that we all put money behind, or they build like a website or a network that has all the the hunting and outdoor political packs on it, and people can start donating money to it and stuff like that. Because like I know, like for my job, let's say we started like a New Jack Archer pack for outdoors. I can do that with my company, and if I put 1,000 in, they gonna match it, as well as if I donate to the company's pack. So like if we were able to get together and form some kind of political pack as a community, we'd be able to say, hey, we're willing to back you because you align with our goals and values. But when you get a mic in your face, you need to be talking this. These are your talking points coming from us.
Where's up on my audio?
You mute yourself.
Man, I'm telling you, this little switches be tripping me out. But nah, you're 1,000% right on that, man. Like I don't know what we got as far as like if there's one on a national level, but I know here in Texas we got the TWA, which is the Texas Wildlife Association, that provides all the financial support to Texas candidates, and I'm reading this from their website, who support the mission of the Texas Wildlife Association. Our efforts seek to educate our state's decision makers about what matters to you: wildlife, property rights, water, access, etc. Doing right by Texas. And they have a link, of course, how you can get involved and donate with that. We need something like that, like you said, on the national level, so we can put some candidates in place that uphold the values and things that we hold dear to ourselves going forward. It'd be nice to have one on a national level. But what are the few that you had talked about earlier?
You got the Safari International. Yes, Safari. Was it Safari Club International, or it was SCI Safari Club International? They got a pack. Then you got the DSC, which is the
Dallas Safari,
which I didn't even know that was a thing till I looked that up. And then there was one that it started in 2016 because of something similar to this. So there was a guy named like Mark Chavez, and he
that other guy from Utah, right?
He was another guy from Utah, and he had proposed a bill that was supposed to sell like 3.9 million acres of public hunting land. So this guy named Mark Lee Ashley started this Democratic Conservation Alliance, which was aimed at being like a national group that was going to, go out and fight for, hunters and outdoorsmen who, they want to preserve the rights of the land, but, didn't get a lot of backing. But a lot of that came because a lot of people saw, that Democratic related with Democrats. Well, I'm not a Democrat, so I'm not, getting involved in that. And it's like, well, when it comes to the outdoors, it's kind of a cross aisle thing. Like everybody, yeah, you're a Democrat.
Definitely, it's just a bipartisan issue, 1,000%. Like
exactly, you're a hunter. You know what I'm saying? You're a Democrat. Yeah, this person might be Republican, but in the day, y'all both hunters. So whoever side do what, it's still going to affect you as a hunter, no matter if you're Republican or Democrat. So we need a kind of a bipartisan committee that's willing to, go to Congress and fight. So we need lobbyists. We need a shit ton of lobbyists.
Yeah, I think it's that guy, that group, Hunter Nation, is trying to get something established. But I don't know. They seem to like they working a little too closely with Mike Lee. Like I got looking at him a little bit more. Like it's something about it when I was looking on there that didn't feel quite right. But again, I'll take the victory for right now. So all our public lands are safe. But when January roll around, they're gonna be at it again next year.
Yeah, and see, and that's the thing about politics that I don't like. Like you can have a group, and sometimes if you put these people out, hey, I need you to be my voice, you're also allowing them to make those hard decisions. And sometimes you might get a group that, hey, look, we're out lobbying, but this is the lesser of the two evils. So like, let's say that Hunter Nation is like, yeah, we're going to work with Mike Lee. We don't know what that might look like. That could be, hey, bruh, instead of me taking this many acres of public land, we're going to take this much. It's a lesser number. and we saying like not 1 acre, but some people might go out there and compromise. So you got to have somebody that can't be compromised. But that's a real hard thing to do.
Well, Hunter Nation too. I think it's owned by Keith Mark. He's attorney. He's an attorney by trade, so I think he knows. Some of these bills that get put through. I think he knows some of them little loopholes and stuff that they try to fit in there. So he knows that language. So
yeah, you know who else is an attorney? Mike Lee.
Mike Lee.
Mike Lee. he's also a damn attorney. So there's that. But hopefully, like I said, we got it shut down for now. But they're gonna come back. You're not gonna take it lying down.
Oh no! And as hunters, we can't have apathy. Like if you guys listen to Randy Newberg, like he talks about that a lot. Like hunter apathy. Like we'll get a win. And then, a couple months will go by, and then all of a sudden it's like, back to business as usual. And we're not lazy. We get lazy again, and then boom, something's at our front door. Like we can't at this point in time, we can't be apathetic to none of this stuff at all. Like we got to be on top of it. So that's where that like staying informed, not just on issues when they, at your front door, but when they down the road. Like, hey man, I'm hearing rumblings. That's where like having like a network of like of people in every state that's constantly paying attention to what their state representatives are putting up and what their state, what different legislation and stuff is being pushed through. Like, hey man, I'm over here in Mississippi. I've been hearing this, and this, and you pass it up the chain of command.
On that line, on that note, man, that's one thing I got to give social media props for. Because you would be very hard pressed to find somebody in today's day and age that didn't know about that one big beautiful bill and all the fuckery with the public land and stuff that they were trying to do, right? Like you start seeing them posts, like even if you're not even trying to pay attention, you start seeing everybody posting the same thing. I feel like that was an effective strategy, like an effective front, and it got it done. Shout out to everybody in the chat too. We good, Chris. We just chilling, man. What's the deal down there? Tyler, I see you in here. A couple other people, man. Appreciate y'all joining with us. Just out here, if you just got in here, we just talk about the win with the public land situation and what we got to do going forward. Trey up there kicking some game on how to get involved.
What it do?
He's up to his grass.
Oh, I think OG's in here too, somewhere.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Welcome. Y'all got any questions? Drop them in there. As always, we get you in, we'll get to you. But
yeah, like you said, social media, everybody jumped on the board. Everybody was posting every day, posting videos of them calling their senator. I mean, I saw a ton of those videos. Like that's stuff we got to do, but we got to start as a part of our, post game, review. Hey, we got to get on this sooner. We can't have it where it's right at our front door and like it's a possibility of it getting passed. We got to start nipping it in the bud before they even start once they propose it the first time, nah, G, that ain't going. Do something else. I
feel like we did it as fast as you can do it here because, we don't know what they're proposing until they say, hey, this is what we tried to vote on. It ain't never make it to a vote both times, so I'm going to count that as a win. Same thing happened in the House. It didn't even make it to the voting floor. Didn't make it to a vote in the Senate either. So, it wasn't like we skinned by and we got to a vote. Like, as soon as people heard, they started putting the message out, and we got it out of there. So,
yeah.
You can't do it no faster than that. Like until you know what's in the bill, like you can't really do much.
But you can have if you have somebody in on the ground floor, like that's in those meetings. That's in the House. Hey, this is what they're talking about. Start calling your senators before they put it in. Start calling your senators now. Get this shit nipped in the bud.
Yeah, we don't have to stop calling them. Somebody in the chat just said that too. Like the calls don't. I think what's up, Nick? He said the videos and calls don't need to stop. Pop bottles in the locker room, but get back in the gym. Always, man. Always. And what's up, OG? What's happening?
Great win today, but the fight is not over. You right.
That's it. And then even one part of not being apathetic is if you have a pro hunting organization in your area, you know what I'm saying? Whether that be Hunters of Color, South Dakota Bow Hunters Association, East Texas Bow Hunters Association, any kind of hunters association, join that. Get in there, get a group of guys together, or join a group of guys and get in there and start saying, hey, we need one person that's a lobbyist. Like when I was in South Dakota Bow Hunters Association, we had a lobbyist. And when anytime anything was going on at the state level, he was in those meetings, and he was like, nah, that people ain't going for that. And then he would come back to us as an organization, tell us what's going on. We get it to our members, and boom, we own calls. We have these they have these meetings where you can actually call in. I forgot what they're called. You can call in or you can Zoom in or whatever, get on the list and air out your grievances. Hey, I don't agree with that. So that way, yeah, the state, all the representatives are in the room and they're listening to you through a phone call or on screen, face to face, or you can go in person. Like those are the kind of organizations that we need around the country everywhere.
I know we got them all spread out somewhere. I know they used to have the Texas or the Lone Star Bow Hunters Association. I don't know if they're still active. I know we used to have that out here in Texas. And you mentioned the one in South Dakota or whatever. But I feel like it needs to be like almost just a national one or something. Like we can put that's something like I feel like ATA really could do if they wanted to do something positive and like have an impact on something. Like you use your association for something good. Like you know what I mean? They got everybody in there instead of price fixing and all that they doing over there. Do something positive that's actually going to impact and help the people.
No, exactly. But when it comes to politics, man, like as much as we like to believe that they for the people, bro, it's way too much money in politics for a person to like no, this is what my people want. Like, all right, well, let me give you this much money. Well, you know what they can do without. Like it's way too much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I lost you there for a minute. Yeah, you good.
But yeah, what you call it, like you need organizations like that. And then, we got to start building like relationships with lawmakers. So whether that be, like you said, Jay, like, ATAs, we got to bring lawmakers into those, those events, or like the Wildlife Turkey Federation, have legislators there. I'm pretty sure they probably already do, but make it known that they're there. Hey, this is Senator John Brown. Hey, he'll be here to answer questions regarding wildlife and conservation. Like, have those conversations at these big national meetings.
Yeah. So while you're on that subject of the representatives, right? I got a response back from my other senator in Texas, Senator John Cornyn. And his reply actually goes into detail. He tells me, and I'm paraphrasing here, he was like, thank you for, contacting me regarding our nation's public lands. Article 3, he goes on to tell me about how much land the Congress owns and all of that. But then he says, as your senator, I supported measures to preserve public lands that are critical to our nation's history. I've introduced XYZ bipartisan legislation to protect this land or whatever. I was proud to introduce the Emancipation National Historic Trail Study, blah, 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 a whole bunch of stuff. So he with it. He said, I look forward to continue to work with my Senate colleagues on issues impacting our nation's public land. And I appreciate having the opportunity to serve Texas. So he might be the better option. I say all that to say, if you want to get a hold of somebody, if you got an issue in Texas, hit up John Cornyn and you're going to get like an actual reply that's worth something. Way better than the one I got from Ted Cruz. Like, it's a pretty detailed email. I paraphrased a lot there.
He was copy and paste. Great Ted Cruz. Going copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then, kind of to wrap this thing up, man. Like we talk about, like we are celebrating the win, but now we need a 90-day post-win plan. And I say, and I might, we can pop this joke off. For the next 90 days, we need to continue to call, continue to make content, and continue to recruit people for this cause, and just keep ramping it up. 90 days gonna lead us right into the hunting season. That's just enough time for you can keep doing it and then go enjoy your hunting. And then you ain't gotta worry about it. But that'll let your senators know, like, hey, yeah, they won, they got this one, but they keep on my emails. My email boxes keep full. My phone calls keep coming in. Like, these jokers won't stop. And eventually, either you're gonna get on their nerves. They're gonna be like, "Hey, man, look here. Next time somebody brings some shit up like this, we got nipping
We're
in the
gonna go ahead and slide that. Like we can't even let this get out. Like
no, because I was reading an article. They said the cat that the Chavez cat in Utah, they said they got on his top so hard that he made a video on YouTube. I mean not YouTube, but Instagram. And I gotta go find it. But he made a video telling people that he was gonna remove the land from the bill, and hell, they had him in camo and hunter orange. He was, saying
that man stressed out there. Hey Trey, I can't hear you, bro.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay. Look, the stream tripping me out or something. I don't know what's going on. I swear your mouth was moving, but I was like, I ain't hearing nothing. I'm still delayed over here somehow on the visual.
A lot of people said those.
But yeah, but yeah, man, like we got to turn apathy into action, man. We cannot rest anymore. Like we already know they on our top. The enemy is at the gate, and they want what's ours. And hey, either we gonna lay down or get down. So this time we got down with them. Next time, who knows if we don't have a plan?
Not the state property reference, though. Get down and lay down.
I just started shaking my head. I didn't know what to say after he said that. I was like, wait, I wasn't expecting that.
But it's true. Like either you gonna get down or lay down, man. And
the trainer turned into me. Oh man.
My man chose violence on him real quick.
Hey man, at some point, I was talking to my brother. I'm like, hey, we'll let it get to that.
Hey, look, I ain't even mad at you, man. But talk about moving on to the preparation and the hunting season. We got less than 90 now for September 1st. It's the countdown, I do believe. How that elk prep going for you, bro?
Not good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not good.
You said not good, huh?
Shit.
What's going on, man? What you ain't out there? You ain't getting them steps in? You ain't get your rucking done? What's going on?
I'm not getting my rucking done. I'm not. Just my schedule has just been bam, 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 bam. And it's like by the time I get done with the day, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm like,
that sound you just made, that's gonna be your hamstrings. So you try and go out there and hike the mountains unprepared. That's gonna be them Charlie horse.
Yeah, him.
Bro, I gotta like the month of July. This will be the next week will be the only week that I'll be home. The rest of that, I'm on the road.
Yeah, man. Just take your pack and just walk it out when you get somewhere in the evening time.
Cause bro,
y'all remember the end of Harlem Nights when they put dude in the short breast.
Oh man,
and you might you're dead.
Okay, y'all gonna get on my top.
Nah, for real, man. You got it. You ain't playing, man. You seen that elevation in that unit, boy, and you've been out there before, so you already know what you're getting into.
But I've never seen Harlem Nights.
You never seen Harlem Nights?
Hey yo. Stop the
Hey Nick, get your brother, dog.
He ain't seen it. He ain't seen it.
Nick ain't seen Harlem Nights.
He the older brother. I'm holding him responsible. This Trey.
I knew he ain't seen it.
You shouldn't have. You ain't supposed to say that on air.
The only scene I've only seen two scenes from Harlem Nights. That's when it was talking to the boxer, and he was stuttering and shit. And then the dude calling his wife and saying, "I ain't never coming home." That's the only two scenes I've seen from Harlem Nights.
Hey, yo, big dog, you watching that tonight? 2 nights.
Facts. You and the old lady got to watch
your New Jack News segment. Got to be a report on Harlem Nights.
I ain't seen Harlem Nights. I ain't seen Boomerang. There's some movies.
I'm all right with Boomerang, but Harlem Nights, I can't let that go.
Hey, Boomerang classic too, though, dog.
I'm all right with him not seeing that one. But Harlem Nights.
But hey, I'm shooting like I'm Joker though, so I might not be tip top shape, but some pop out. His ass is gone.
Did you take a look at the map anymore though? Did you do any more e-scouting done?
Yeah, I was doing some e-scouting with Dr. Nick. He lives down over in Colorado. So he was kind of showing me some places and stuff like, hey man, I checked this spot out here. It looks real good. And he got some homies that are gonna be putting boots on the ground. So hopefully they give me some good intel.
Yeah,
Hey,
ain't
Nick.
with that. Ain't never hoping to don't never hurt to get eyes on it.
Yeah, me and your brother gonna shoot the fade next time I see him.
I mean, I don't really.
What-
At least he's seen it.
With that comment he just made.
At least he saw it though.
Yeah, at least he saw it though. Man, that movie is a classic, man. That's got
It's
all
hilarious.
the old comedians in it, man.
It ain't
Eddie Murphy though.
lack of like, oh, I don't want to see it because it's trash. I just ain't never been nowhere where it's been on or.
Bro, it's on TV like almost every week at some point in time, just flipping through the channels like it's on.
I watch straight streaming, bro.
But if you ain't no Eddie Murphy fan like that, like I could definitely see
I'm
his
a huge
favorite movie.
Eddie Murphy.
I really don't care for him too much myself personally, but like
Eddie.
I've still seen Harlem Nights. Like,
Eddie next to Richard Pryor is the GOAT.
no, it's Richard Pryor and Red Fox for me, man.
Well, I
That's
like
my
Red
guy.
Fox.
Red
like
is
Red
hilarious. And Richard Pryor is a absolute fool. So like the movie it's not a bad movie at all. Like
I did see the toy though. That was dope. Richard Pryor.
This food. This guy.
he's just trying to start controversy now. I'm ignoring Nick for the rest of his comments.
Ooh.
I'm ignoring your brother. Like he is nuts. Like I'm ignoring him, yo. It ain't got nothing on life.
Ain't got nothing on life.
No,
Bruh,
the life is cool, and the gun line was cool, but Harlem Nights is better than that.
I don't know, man. I hear more people quoting Life than they do Harlem Nights.
Life
You
is
gotta
better
see
than
Harlem Nights before you can even make a judgment.
Life is better than Harlem Nights, but it's too close to call.
You've seen it, but for me, I don't think so. I think the other comedians make Harlem Nights the better movie for me because I don't really care for Eddie Murphy like that. So I gravitate more towards Harlem Nights. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Life is funny. It's a good movie. But Harlem Nights is hilarious to me personally.
They both classics, though.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong. He right about one thing. Red Fox is up there with the GOAT.
Oh yeah, bro.
I can watch that show all day, every day. He got so many quotables, man. I can't even say the one I really want to say right now on here, man. That show was so fun. I can't even say it.
Shit, we watching Sanford and Son in Oklahoma.
Man, Red Fox is a G, bro. Love him, man. Rest in peace. Like, absolutely love him. But going back, so like I said, how much time you put into would you say, for the e-scouting so far?
E-scout, I probably put on about 45 minutes to an hour every night before I slap the bed because I got it on my iPad, so I'll just sit on the couch and.
Yeah, I got some more stuff to send you too, because I sent you a podcast or two links, and then he just came out with another one. About e-scout for bedded areas. I don't know if I actually sent that to you the other day, but if I didn't, I will. Because I was listening to it as he was talking and going through and picking out some new stuff. And come to find out, like a lot of the stuff that I was looking at and doing, I didn't know, like I couldn't put together like the reason why that part was attractive to me, but it was lining up a lot with what he was saying. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of on to something here. Like this is looking all right. So I'll send you that. Remind me to send you that later.
See, I wish there was like somebody who did like you can get on YouTube and there's guys that kind of walk you through like how they e-scout, but they never like you can tell they skip stuff. They don't give you the full rundown, and then they hit you with the whole. If you go to my website and subscribe, I'll send you. No, bro, like I'm not paying for that.
Mean, so on outdoor access, I don't know, not outdoor access. Let me not say let me get the right thing. I mean, is that it?
Or is it Go? I know Go Hunt. They have a couple tutorials and stuff like that. But like,
no, there's like a master class thing for the outdoors. It's like $99 or something like that, and you got all these different like industry experts teaching courses and classes.
Oh, you
just
talking about
y'all talk for a second.
You talking about master class?
Yeah, but it's one for the outdoor specifically. I know I got a discount from it for the art from the Elf Foundation. Give me a second.
There's one called outdoor class too. You got a master class. You got outdoor class. I think there's one. What's it called? Like anchored outdoors or something like that.
Bro, if somebody did like an in-person class where I can go and spend 3-4 hours in like a classroom, I'd pay for that.
I think Mark Lapsey does that. If from Tree Lines Pursuit, he has this thing called the Tree Line Academy. I know they were at Shields in DFW not too long ago, and then they have one that he does a webinar version too. But yeah, they definitely came to Shields not too long ago and did exactly what you were saying. They do a couple of them in person for that across the country.
Yeah,
That's Mark Lepsey. He's like a really good big name, and as far as like the e-scouting and hunting in general, if you haven't heard of him, his thing's called Tree Lines Pursuits, and they do some in-person courses too. Like he has this Google Earth, toolkit that you can download and shit. And I mean, like he really get into it. Like he got a podcast with Go Hunt, I believe, with the Big Hunt guys. That's maybe an hour or two long. Man, I learned so much about e-scouting and that daggone thing, like that I ever thought that I never even knew before. Like it was absolutely amazing.
I saw this. I think it's called Onyx. I think it's Onyx or no Spartan Forge. That's what it is. Spartan Forge. Spartan Forge is they're integrating AI into their what you call it into their scouting app. So I'm like, but I mean, I already paid for Onyx Elite, and I ain't paying for another one.
Yeah, I'm not either. But yeah. So like I said, if anybody want to check that out, I'll drop that in the chat for y'all. But they do exactly. I forgot who they teamed up with, but because the Shields ain't too far from me, right up the road. I thought about going to it, and then I was like, I think they had somebody I ain't really care for that was going to be there or something. I was like, I don't really want to go to this per se, but so I didn't go. But they do have them, and I think the price was a little off for me too. I was like, I don't know about that.
Hey, sometimes these guys be busting heads, but I mean, if you really want the knowledge, you pay for it. As I said, if I could do like I'd do like a one-on-one crash course with somebody, man. Like I'd pay some decent money for that because you can get so much out of it. Because like when you just trying to learn on the fly, man, a lot of that like own eggs or hunt stand, like a lot of stuff get overwhelming sometimes. So it's like,
man, look,
I'm looking at.
It's some really good stuff like for free out there on YouTube, man. Like these jokers is putting some quality stuff together where they basically taking units like where it's like once in a lifetime or you'll never really probably ever draw it, and they literally taking you through there and showing it. Like
yeah, I know Randy Newberg, he got a video like that, and then those guys from Born and Raised Outdoors, they do a couple.
I think I watched a couple of theirs too. Remy had some that he did with Onyx. Go Hunt got a couple with this guy named Trail that worked for them. It's a bunch of them out there. Man, I wish I could find this dude's page, man. I seen this black dude that was bow hunting, man. Like this joker, he be getting it in. Like, but I can't find him in my history. It's like the dude just disappeared. Like, because I was gonna bring him up to y'all or whatever. It was some type of southern bow hunting something. But this dude was a tree climbing fool. He like was timing himself, setting up the saddle and all that. But he had some good stuff on his page too. And that joker could shoot that dang on bow, man. I just went down a rabbit hole on his page. I can't find it now to save my life though.
Bro, you gotta say yes. I'll be trying to save it. Anytime I see something like I'm gonna come back do it. No, I'm just gonna save it and make sure I slide back through. But
I thought I did, honestly.
But I had brought up that that Spartan Forge thing, like, and I'm not sure. Like I listened to a podcast with the guy that founded the company and how they integrate AI and stuff like that. Like, is that too much? Like, does that take away from the actual e-scouting when you got AI assisting you?
I don't think that it does. I mean, because some people would say like e-scouting is I did it on paper maps. You know what I mean? Like, if it's gonna make you more efficient, then I really don't see the problem in it. Like, you still got to get out there and verify what you see. It's not like because you're getting some assistance, it's not gonna magically find that oak for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna help you find where to look. Like, that's just my thoughts on it. I mean, and if anything can help me narrow down where to look, I'm with it. Like, you know how much land you got to look over just in that one unit that you got. You know what I'm saying? It's like going over that thing with a fine-tooth comb, and Joker's doing all this with Google Maps and integrating it with their Onyx. I don't really think it's no different. It's just you're just getting a little bit of an assist.
Yeah.
It ain't like forward. It's not like it's forward facing sonar or nothing. Where like you like, oh, there's a bass right there. Let me drop my lure right in front of his mouth. Like it ain't like that. So
they throwing you the live, but you still got to dunk it.
yeah, like it ain't nothing but a little assist. I don't think that's too far. I'm looking at it in the background now, like as far as what it is that they actually doing with the. I'm trying to get a read on it because I wasn't familiar with this until you just brought it up. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I heard them talking about it on like it predicts like the weather, like it tries to predict like the weather and elk migration and elk movement and all that stuff. So like he said it was like it's been like 10 or 15 years in the making where they just gathering all this data, which is all AI is. It's just a bunch of data put in to get prompt you give it. It gives you.
It's called like. Was it called Cyber Scout or something? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. Now that's a little different than the way I answered the question a second ago. What I'm looking at right now, I don't know if it's doing all this.
So what was it saying?
Give me a second. I want to make sure I'm looking at what I think I'm looking at before I say something. I'm learning about this real time on the fly right here. It looks like basically Chat GPT, but hunting specific from what I'm seeing.
That's what I'm looking at too. Pretty much the same.
That's really what it looks like. Let me share this. Let me switch screens, and I'm gonna see if we can share this on here. Because
I mean, you can pretty much ask. You can pretty much ask them.
Ask it anything.
From like
I'm Cyber Scout.
hunting techniques, gear recommendations.
Wildlife, you where to put your decoys at, like the number you should use, motion,
training, firearm setup, shooting tips. How much soybean seed do I need for 3.2 acres in Southwest Wisconsin? Like, that's literally what it says. Like one of the questions.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it right here, like look on the screen, like that's not me moving it. It'll stop here in a second. That's them scrolling through, and you can see all the questions that they typing in at the bottom. It's basically Chat GPT specific to hunting, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Hey,
somebody asked, how do I optimize the performance of a 308 Win Mag 150 grain SST out of a 16-inch barrel past 500 yards?
Man, that's
that's very specific.
I don't know, man. The jury out on this, I guess.
I don't know, man.
Is it too much?
It depends. The jury's still out because like you can read all this information till you blue in the face. You still got to get out there and get it done.
You still got to get it done. You can't just type it in like, what time am I going to kill a deer today?
Yeah,
and it tells you 7:30. You get out there 7:30
and
don't see no deer.
And the thing about these animals that we chase after, man, you know, the biggest mistake you can make is think you got them motherfuckers figured out, or you think you know something. Because every time you think they're gonna do something, they do something you ain't never seen. They do the complete opposite of what they did last time in the same conditions. Like you'll never really 1,000% have it figured out. And I mean, and if you did, would it even be as much fun? Would you put as much effort into it if it came that easy? I know I wouldn't personally.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I know some cats that'd be like, shit. If
definitely some people out there.
If the end goal is me putting down a 7x7 elk, let it ride, Ray. Let it ride.
See, that ain't never my end goal though. My end goal is just to cook something good, man. Put some steaks on the grill with something in the refrigerator in my stomach, man. That's it for me. I might not even take the damn antlers out if I ain't have to. If it wasn't for proof of sex requirements, man, I might not even bring them out.
Hey, if I didn't pay for that tag, I'm getting everything. Neck, meat, and all.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get the meat out like 1,000%. But if I ain't had to carry them jokers, you think I would? No. All I'm gonna do is get a Euro because I don't do the whole taxidermy thing. Like mounts, they ain't really my style. Like all I'm gonna do is Euro the skull, and that's it. Like that's just never been something that was interesting to me personally. But
yeah, you know, I got a couple shoulder mounts, and I was like I'm paying all this money. What am I going to do with that? They at the point just wall decorations, but I'm like my daughter, I'm like, you know, when you're going to inherit these, you know what I'm saying, when I'm gone, I said, I'm gonna take him to Goodwill. I'm like, oh hell no.
Right.
She was like, I'll take him to the Goodwill. I'm like,
Yeah, they out of there, buddy.
Nah.
You better put something specific in there in that will then, because go.
Send him to Cabela's or something.
Yeah, like for real. Cabela's a trip, man. They be tripping me out.
I was like, no, just do like the dreaded Archery Museum and then get me stuffed. Have me like in the corner just.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
That'd be the longest you ever held, too. That's the longest he's ever held back right there.
Put me on one of the little rotating things right at the front of the church with my bow in my hand.
That's the longest Trey's ever held back. Like it.
And bury me in Bottomland, too. I don't want no suit. Put me in Bottomland.
That should be wild, man. Getting stuffed. That'd be
Yeah. Well, that said like that, it sounds crazy when you say
that.
You
never know where it's gonna go.
You in the corner is like should be wild, bro.
You'd be looking like the bear at Bass Pro Shops that they got on the steps. You just standing up all big and stiff. Be looking crazy, son.
That's
like, yo,
dad right there. Go put your coat on, great granddad. That should be wild, bro.
You're like a golden child,
bro. What if we did that for real? That would be crazy, bro.
I mean, you can donate your bike to that body museum, and they'll.
Nah, but I want them to dress me for the different seasons, though. Like, put my green on for turkey season. Put my heavy stuff on when it's winter time. I want to change me up like a holiday decoration.
Change you up every season.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my bow and then switch my bow for my shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have a good old Mossberg out there.
Put your J's on in the summertime.
Yeah, for sure. Give me a little fishing pole, a little bait caster action. You know what I mean?
Well, that's morbid,
bro. Hey man, it's just like that one dude. Y'all seen it, man? When they had his body in the club one last time, they was popping bottles and pouring shots with my boy in there. You ain't see it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yes,
I was about to say because I put a video up right now. I see it.
I saw the one where the kid was playing 2K and they had him in a chair. The game,
they had him in this gaming chair, bro. I said, yo, this is getting out of hand.
I'll pass on that one, man. I'll pass.
You seen when they had the little person funeral or whatever, and they had him in a little casket, and they was passing him back to everybody in the crowd.
No,
and instead of a hearse, they had a PT Cruiser.
Oh
no, yo, I'm not. Nope, I almost did it. I'm not doing it. I almost did it. I'm not doing it. You can go to hell by yourself.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not doing it. No, and I don't want. Don't send it to me either. Don't send it to me either, boy.
Damn,
that boy is crazy. Like, what is wrong with him?
Oh man. But hey, I don't know if we covered this on the last show or not. I see it in the notes, but
oh my goodness.
I was talking about is our innovation maxed out?
We talked about it.
Oh, we
I
did.
don't think we did.
No, I think we skipped out. I think we talked about it on the phone.
We skipped. We didn't talk about it. Yeah. I remember we talked about it the next day, like for a hot minute on the phone. I was like, I think it's getting close though. Like, but like I said, every time I say that,
on podcast, I could be wrong though.
Somebody will always do something that you don't see coming. Like I can't wait to see what they come out with next. Like, of course, that's one of the best times of the year for me. But I mean, you got to be getting pretty close to it, at least on the performance wise, like what you can and can't do with these things. It's almost like firearms, right? Like, I think the innovation is just going to be fine changes now. You're not going to see too many big swings left.
Yeah. Now I hear rumors from a reliable source that Matthew's new boat shirt is going to be solo cam.
You see, heard a new what's that? Got a rumor in.
I heard a rumor that Matthew's new bow this year is going to be a solo cam.
Heard it here first on New Jack. Let's see if that prediction turned out to be right.
I'm not saying who I heard it from, but he's a real good, reliable source. And he was like, "Hey, man," he goes.
Some people said though.
A lot of people say it though.
I mean,
How y'all feel about that?
it is what it is. I won't buy one, but
Have y'all ever shot any of the
I
solo
don't-
cams, like
I-
any of the switchbacks or the Z? Was it the Z something? I can't remember what
Yeah.
the name was. Z something.
I know they love that. That people love that originals, that switchback. They love
Bruh.
that bow.
Man, the switchback when it originally came out, it was like $825. You can get online right now and find a
Like
used one.
1,300.
It's gonna be like $750. It ain't the value didn't go down because people still love that joker. Like my homeboy got a switchback and he won't get it up for nothing.
I feel like I seen one of them sell for something crazy on Archery Talk recently. Maybe it was a different bow, but they do love those bows though. Like people they ain't trying to come up off of them for obvious reasons.
No, I think the switchback, the chill, the HTX, those are all the solo cams. Which
It looked like OG said he shot Mr. Anthony Dale said he shot the Z7.
that's what I'm Z7.
Yeah,
For some reason,
Well,
I
people
wanted
love
to say
Z70.
Z70, but I was like, it's not Z70. But yeah, so I don't know if Matthews comes out with a solo cam bow, are they stepping back, or is this a move forward? Is this where the market gonna go?
I'd have a hard time seeing it as a step back if they feel like that's something they need to commit to. They probably figured out something that they can get more performance out of it. I'm sure they would have a reason for doing it.
It'll probably be, if it's going to be a no cam, the riser is going to be like magnesium, like everybody's going to, or something like that. So they probably figured out something with that solo cam and their magnesium riser.
Yeah. Now, if they came out with a no cam, that should be crazy. I can't remember the last no cam bow.
It was probably the Z7. Let's look that up.
Which one?
Oh,
Say it again, what's the question? I was reading the chat.
The no cam. It was the HTR. That was the no cam.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what they do. They could also jump in the carbon game. They haven't done that yet.
Yeah, there's a lot that they can do, man. I mean, and they got the budget for it. So
Yes, they do, and they're gonna buy it regardless. And when they say they, I'm they. It's me. I'm they. He said that Z7 is a single cam, and Nick said he'll put the bow madness against any bow. And don't get me started on the Courage Warrior River. I don't know what these referring
Hey,
to.
bro. So the Courage Warrior River was the first bow that I got him for his birthday when he first got into archery. And bro, let me tell you something. That bow was fire, bro. Like it was fire. Had he not left that joker in the damn car in a D-land, you can't leave no bow in no 115 degree car. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah, not for no long periods of time. You definitely can't. You definitely don't want to do that. Get it to where you're going and get that thing up out of there. You don't want to leave it in there.
But that bow was legit. I will say.
You good, Trey? You dying over there?
You start having camera trouble, then I was having camera trouble.
Yeah, that joker just popped up a battery on the screen on me. I'm like, what?
But what you call it? But yeah, and then like this weekend he was shooting his bow madness, and bro, I'm telling you now, dude, like he shoots full length arrows, and he was getting like 3/4 of that arrow like deep in the target. I'm like, bro, that joker's on. And he paper tuned his bow for the first time, and pow, bullet hole first shot. It's like, hey, the guy was like, man, this joker's tuned up, and he ain't had no one look at it. This is the first time anyone ever looked at it. So whoever set it up knew what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, they got him right the first time. Then it sounds like. Yeah, I'm just talking about camera issues. I'm still having them. I still can't get that figured out, man. We got to do something about that.
But what's wild to me is his whisker biscuit is tilted forward just a tad bit, and the guy was like, man, he goes, if you shooting straight, just keep it like that. He's like, eventually, I guess what happened is the bristles wore down, so now it's, even though it's tilted, it's still like leveled out.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it if he's shooting bullet holes. I wouldn't touch it.
I wouldn't touch it either, right? At the moment. Dakota, what's happening? Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you.
Hey, Dakota, he got an app out too, man. Onyx. He got a app that's coming out that's is what you call it. It's more of like a kind of like geared towards like social media, kind of like TikTok, but for the outdoors. I think I'm right. I might be. I don't want to get it wrong. So Dakota, if you're watching, let me know if I got that right. But yeah, he got an app called Onyx that's supposed to be pretty dope. Oh, Odyssey. My bad. It's coming
I
soon.
was say Onyx is already out. Yeah.
Oh, like Onyx, not Onyx, like Onyx. But no, it's called Odyssey. My bad, bro. I knew I knew it started with an O. But it's coming soon, though, man. I talked to him one night over on TikTok, man. Which, bro, you got to get on like the TikTok late night archery talks, bro. They be on and popping, man.
Yeah, I'll be asleep. Your brother said, what's the biggest piece of advice y'all can give to a new archer getting ready for the first season? Shoot your bow.
Yep. Shoot
1,000%.
some more.
Shoot your bow, shoot your bow, shoot your bow.
And be what you call it, and be patient, man, because a lot of times guys get out in the woods and the first time a deer, pop out, whether it be a doe, might be a small buck, they get antsy. You just gotta just be patient and let the animal present a shot, go through your shot sequence and let that joker fly.
Yeah, that too, and along with the being patience thing, like it depends, right? Like, have you hunted before, like successfully, right? Because if you haven't, like, you're gonna want to get that success. Like, I feel like people that come to it after shooting rifles before, like they've had a little bit of success, it's not as urgent, as if you, because bow hunting is hard, man. Like, it ain't like it's not as easy as going out there with a rifle that can shoot, 500 yards and in or under, depending on how well you can shoot, right? You got to get pretty close, and a lot of things got to go right. So it might take you a little while to be successful, and that's okay. Like, don't let Instagram and all this other stuff fool you. It don't happen overnight for everybody. So along with that, being patient and shoot your bow, like the time will come, but just hang in there. Like, it's normal what you're going through.
Oh yeah, and see that's what people got to hear, because when you first, like me, when I first got into archery hunting, I got on YouTube. I'm looking at all the videos and stuff, and I'm like, man, these guys is going out and they putting some down every time they go out. But then but once you get in the industry, you realize camera magic and all that stuff. It looked like that, but man, them cats might be out there 3-4 days. Hell, probably more than that. Maybe 2-3 weeks.
More than that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sometimes they go in the early seasons. If you watch the edits, like the foliage will be green as hell when they first start. Then the next thing you know, there ain't no leaves and nothing out there on the ground. Like, just you pay attention to that stuff. Sometimes it took months, even.
Like all the leaves fell off the night before. You muted, Jay.
And like, you're not that slick. Like, I seen that foliage change, my boy. Like, you've been out there. You took a couple trips to Iowa to get this done, and that's okay. That's cool. You might not even get it done your first season, man. Like, your first 2 seasons, who knows? Especially if you hunt in public land, you know what I'm saying? You really got to be ready to grind and get it done then. Don't let them hunting public videos fool you either. Like, it's not that easy.
No, I went 2 seasons before I got my first deer with my bow. 2 seasons, and the first was a doe, and I was super excited. Like, this is the best thing ever.
I ain't gonna tell the story again, but you know it, man. You would have thought it was amateur night the first time I drew back on a doe up in the tree stand. Boy, I was up there, it was full Michael J. Fox, buddy. I was gone up there, like, I hadn't felt that excitement in so long, man. It was amazing, dog. Like, just to be that close and like watching the bucks fight. Like, I got all the videos and all that footage, man. Just being out there, it was super dope. It's a little frustrating when they just outside of bow range, man, but you get some good interactions with them.
I've only seen bucks fight one time, and man, I thought, man, I didn't even touch my bow, and they were literally like 30 yards in front of me, and I was just watching because they were just getting it.
I think it was about 72, if I remember right. I got the video somewhere on my phone still, but I was just caught up in the moment. Like I didn't even think, even if it was close, like I was just really watching what they was doing. Like I had never saw that before in person. So I didn't even think to take the bow off the hanger. You know what I mean? I was just watching it and with my phone, like on the screen. It was super dope though.
I got a question for you here. So should a first time hunter, not like first time archery hunter, how much focus should he put into his gear? As far as like the bow set, like is it go all in or get what you can afford?
Get what you can afford.
I mean, yeah, you got to do that, but like, if it means having a little extra discipline and like an extra month or two or savings can get you the next jump in quality, I would advise going for that. As long as you got enough time to prepare. Like, I would always, because I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for, or you get what you trade for in case you live in Kentucky. Because our guy over here, he be getting away with some amazing stuff that I ain't never heard of before. but yeah, so I think that's what I would do. But definitely you want to, there's a couple of things you don't want to skip on, like your safety components. You want to get the best broadheads you can get. Sharp, make sure they sharp. I don't care when they come out the box, sharpen them some more. I don't know if a lot of people know that, like broadheads got different angles. There's different sharpeners that you can get for your particular setup. Check out Stay Sharp for an example, if you know what I'm talking about, especially you shoot them like concave heads like I do, the Evos. That's speaking of broadheads, just got a question in the chat. What's your time frame on shooting your broadheads prior to the season? By the time August rolling around, I'm probably shooting broadheads at that point for me personally. Because we want to be on the go. I want to be tuned up and ready to go for September. So that's when I'll start shooting. Every once in a while, I'll even pull one out right now, especially if I want to try something new. The earlier the better, to see what adjustments I need to make.
You see mine, I can just lock them. So like when I'm in my backyard, I'm shooting my broadheads. I just lock them so they don't deploy and just let them jokers ride.
Yeah, you shoot mechanicals.
For now, but but for this elk hunt, it's gonna be all iron wheel.
Okay. What's what you know the bleeder size by chance?
I do not know. I'm the wrong person to ask about.
I was just wondering, like, if you or if you had them yet, because
yeah, they're right here.
I'm gonna go to their website and see what they come, because mine's the reason I asked this is because Joe from the Outdoors in Color, he going on his elk archery hunt this year, and he put a post up and was asking about what type of broadheads should you think he used for his elk hunt. And like it was more people, I was surprisingly more people than recommending mechanicals than I would have thought, and they were all kind of shitting on the broadheads like the iron wheels and the Day 6 Evo, saying that they don't the blood trail is not good. I feel like somebody started a rumor with that on the internet, and it has evolved because I know plenty of people shooting iron wheels and similar heads, and they cut just fine. So that's why I was just curious.
Oh yeah, now, I don't know. Now I do have some of the new Sever hybrids they over there somewhere, but bro, they got, they 3-inch cut diameter, and those are mechanical as well. And that's one thing I like about Sever is you want to use your broadheads, all you gotta do is just put that screw in, lock it, and then you can just go out in your backyard and hit. And then they have some field points that's supposed to be like fly like broadheads, but I don't ever trust. Anytime a company say that, I don't trust it because I've done it before and they don't ever hit the same.
You know what? I shot the Rages before, and those were pretty equal for me. The Rage no collars, like between them and my field points, like those things flew pretty good, but they just didn't deploy as well for me. I actually lost one, even though it's still cut on contact. Like it didn't leave enough blood. They never deployed, like, and I haven't shot a mechanical since then. It was only a doe, thank God, but you still don't want to lose no animals like at all. Like, I mean, I looked for it for like 2 days too, and it wasn't like the worst shot in the world. It wasn't the best one. It was a little high and a little back, but it should have got the job done, but it didn't. And I ain't shot one since then.
Only mechanicals I'm shooting are the mega meats. Anything else I'm shooting fixed. I can't. I'm like Nick. I can't take him chances. I gotta have I don't trust the mechanicals, man. The mega meats They the truth.
And OG said he's shooting 3-blade muzzies for 25 years, but he's gonna try a tooth of the arrow 3 blades this year.
Ooh,
I think he just said it, Nick. I think he's talking about the mega meats. Is his broadhead? Yep.
Yeah,
He was asking in the chat.
I told you, Nick. we saw something at Walmart. I was like, bro, them is Courtney broadhead mega meats, man.
Yeah, I shoot the Day 6 Evo head. I might switch to the XL, but I'm 125 grains with a 50 grain aluminum insert on the front. And because you said Nick was shooting full length arrows, that was crazy to me too. Because I did for a while, but I cut down to 30 and a half because my draw length's 31 and a half too. By the time you put the outsert and everything on there, it's pretty much like the same length as a full length arrow though. So that's why I cut that extra inch off. It just sit just a little bit outside my knuckle.
Oh man, there is this. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a broadhead, but it has a what you call it a tracker transmitter on it. So you got your broadhead, but then it's got a hook that comes back a hook that goes this way on it. So it's sitting like this. So when you hit, your arrow goes through, but that broadhead detaches from the bow, so it goes off and it leaves that tracker in that deer, boom, it dies. I have yet to see anyone use that. Like I see the company all the time when I go to like shoots and stuff, but I've never seen anyone use it. I ain't even seen reviews on YouTube on it.
To my Pro Tracker,
I think it's what it's called.
Yeah, because they're $500. That's why.
I think is that just the kit, the broadheads, or does it come with the transmitter too?
I have no idea. I seen it. I seen a little clip about it on YouTube one day, and they was talking about it. Some dude was talking about. I'll find it, but I'll send it to you. But he was talking about, the low price of $499. I was like, nope, click off. I ain't doing that.
Bro, is it worth it though?
Absolutely not. That takes the fun out of it, man.
Wait. Wait. Ain't you the same guy that called somebody with a drone?
I had to
that
call
didn't
him.
take the fun out. That ain't take the fun out of it for you.
I had to call him.
What's the difference?
Because I was on somebody else's property. I had to find him ASAP. That was extenuating circumstances right there.
Oh, okay. That was the exception, not the rule. Got it.
Now I think like with that would encourage what you call it bad shot placement. I just got to put this arrow in his ass and I'll find him.
Yeah. See, yep. You are 1,000%. I can see some cowboy doing something like that too. All you gotta do is hit him.
I just gotta put him in his ass.
We can finish him off later. All we gotta do is hit him. Shoot him, Jacob. Get the gun. Shoot him. But Nick, as far as could I tell the difference, man, I can't say it's 1,000% up to the cut because I went to 4 fletch right after that as well. But I know I like shooting my current setup better than I did shooting the full length. I mean, your brother was there. They was there with me. We was putting some shots up on that up in Oklahoma. Like I can shoot them jokers like nobody's business. If I wanted to do something, I feel like I can do it. And if it don't do that, it's 1,000% my fault. I ain't never been like, damn, it's the arrow or that arrow's fault. Like I got much more confident shooting a 30 and a half than I did when I was at full length.
Man, I see a lot of guys switching up a lot, man. Like here lately, bro, like guys going through 4 or 5 different brands of arrows and they carry them in a quiver. Like they all have like 2, 3 different type of arrows in their quiver because, well, if I'm shooting long distance, I want to shoot this one. And if I'm shooting but they make sure that they all the same weight and all that. It's like, man, nah, bro. I'm sticking with one brand, all 5 arrows in the quiver.
I mean, I don't, as long as you practice with it and you confident with it, like switching in between of them, so be it. But don't just be willy-nilly putting stuff in the quiver and you don't have no clue what's going on out there when you let the arrow loose. That's what you don't want to do.
In the heat of the moment,
or you mess around and grab the wrong thing. I'm with you. I wouldn't do it personally. No, I wouldn't do it. The worst thing I would do is have like a judo point or something.
Well, I
Like
keep
all
the
the
judo
way on the end.
for squirrels, baby. Squirrels and the rabbits.
Or like if I can catch like a grouse or something like that, I love to pluck one. You know what I mean? Like I'll keep a judo point, but other than that, nah. But the judo point, like I'm gonna put like some orange tape or something unmistakable on there, so I know like change the fletch color or something,
I always put
so
it
I
in
know what I'm grabbing.
it's on the far end of my quiver. So I know if I'm reaching all the way down, that's judo point, and everything else is right here.
Do you carry all broadheads or do you keep a field point?
I carry all broadheads.
See, I keep a field point too, just in case. Like I gotta check and make sure I'm still on. I ain't wasting no broadhead shot. Might take a pine cone or something out or whatever. Like even if I gotta take a shot into like the little block target I keep in the back.
Oh, but see,
I keep at least one field point in there.
I just lock my. I keep those.
Yeah,
It's got a little pack of screws, so if I need to take a shot, like when we were out hog hunting, and I was off. So I like locked it and went boom, boom. Okay, now and changed my sight. Now I'm back on. Must have got bumped on the ride, but what you call it? Yeah, that's why I like Sever so much because I can just lock them and I ain't gotta like take it off or nothing like that and just rock with it.
So since we talk about broadheads and practice and stuff, right? This brings me to this article that I wanted to bring up with y'all from Western Hunter that I got in my email. It says practice like you hunt bow hunting shots by species. It's by Remy Warren. So like I want to ask first and foremost, like, how do y'all prepare like to actually hunt? This goes for the chat, guys on the show, everybody. Like, do y'all only shoot at like a block target? Are you shooting at 3D targets? Are you practicing with your broadheads? If you saddle hunt or tree stand hunt, do you practice elevated shot? What is your actual practice routines looking like?
All right, so I learned this from Kim at Archery Outfitters, but what he does is he'll have his his 3D target, 3D deer, and he'll shoot a couple shots broadside at 20 yards, 30, 40, 50. Then he'll do a quartering away, quartering to frontal shot. He basically any angle he can pretty much think like I might get a shot. This is how the deer might present the shot. He'll put it between the tree and stuff like that. So he'll do different scenarios with his target, and he uses broadheads. Shoot his broad. He has a 3D target specifically for broadheads. So he's just shooting it. If he hunts from a tree stand, he's elevated shooting. So I just picked up the same thing. So if I'm gonna be in my saddle, I'll go out to at the time I'll go out to the shop, get up in a tree, and I'm shooting at my 3D target. So shooting elevated. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be sitting in the ground blind, I pop a ground blind up in the yard and take my shots. So just getting those reps, and not just like at 20 yards, but I'll move that joker up to 5, 10 yards. I even practice on like if my bow is sitting, to my right, I slowly reaching over, getting it, even to the point where if I move certain ways, will my seat make it creak? So stuff it's like little small details like that I do.
Yeah, so like for me, I shoot the dual pin, which is basically a single pin with another backup, but it's one of the mover sights. So I'll typically leave the first one set on 25, which puts my second pin somewhere around 33 yards or something like that. But the other thing that I'll do like is I'll learn how to gap shoot so I don't have to consistently dial. Let's say like a deer walks out and it's at 20 yards, but by the time I get the draw on him, now he's sitting out there at 30. I know where to go in between my top pin and my second pin, basically, to where that arrow is going to go, where I need it to go. That's one thing I spend a lot of time doing, is finding little landmarks, shooting in between yardages. A lot of times I'll practice with my range without the rangefinder too, like just guesstimating, like on eyesight, like how long I think something is, so I can improve my range. But like a couple things in this article that stood out to me. Number one, he changes his practice up by the species. So like for elk, archery elk, one of the main shots he says he practices is the long hold shot, because he said set a timer and he'll wait till the timer go off and you holding that full draw, and eventually you wanted to see how long you can hold and still hit your shot, because sometimes elk coming in and archery and they move in and you got to wait for them. It's thick country, you got to wait for them to get in the window, etc. So I thought that was a good one. But then he talks about something called the aim undershot, which is a hold. It was basically a hold under. I was just talking about shooting, let's say the pin's at 20 and the animal's at 25 or 30. I know where to go. That's a hold over. He practices doing it the other way, and that's something I hadn't really thought about doing. Was if my pin's at 20, where do I have to go? Because 20 is the lowest I can set it anyway.
Yeah.
So what if that animal's at 5 or 10, like you were saying? So that one is a lot. I think holdover is a lot easier to imagine, because I still got something on the animal. But if I'm holding underneath, it's almost like you're aiming at a spot underneath, like the air.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky. So that's one I'm gonna put in. And he says for mule deer, he practices a lot of kneeling shots and squatted shots. And he tries to shoot in windy conditions for pronghorns, for example. And then he goes on and talks about a whole bunch of other different ways. But a lot of the things that like we already do, but I just thought it was some neat little things in there. I see you back. What about you, C? What is your practice routine like? How do you make it like as realistic as possible?
Well, I mostly hunt on the ground, so I'm like Trey. I'll set a blind up in the yard, and I'll go all the way back from 50 all the way up to probably 10 to 5 shooting broadheads. I found before the season to make your seat not creak, get you some WD-40, spray it down real good. Get it all lubricated, and it won't creak as bad on you. But that's usually how I was taught to practice from my boy Clay, that taught me how to shoot a bow. That's how he always practiced. So, and I'm shooting at 3D targets. I don't usually shoot at a block. I usually got 3D targets set up in the yard. So,
yeah, I use the block mostly because like if I'm out driving around, like, and I like find a field somewhere or something, like I'll throw the block out and get a couple, get me at least 3 off. But the one other thing that I start doing, especially as we get close to the season, like it'll be like after work or whatever the case may be, what have you, I'll put the bow on, like get everything done, take one shot cold and see where I hit. Because at the end of the day, like when you're in actual hunting situations, you ain't gonna have 15 shots warming up to get it right. So I call that my money shot practice. I'm cold. If it's cold, no stretching, no warm up, nothing. Just grab the bow, execute a shot. Or sometimes I do it first thing in the morning, and then I'll come home and get into a more detailed practice routine after that. But that's the one thing I really suggest people add to your routine is just take one shot and make it count. Because then when you're in the field, that's what it's going to be like. You're going to get more often than not one chance to make good on it. So you want to be able to go ahead and deliver that once you got your tune in and you've been practicing and shooting. Add that into your routine and, really hold yourself accountable on those shots. Nick says, hold under is wild, especially when you realize the animal is that close to you. Yes. Yes, it is. I almost sailed one over the back in December messing with that. It was a little closer than I thought it was. Recommendations for a 360 chair. Bro, I got the cheapest little 360 chair from Academy. It's a mossy oak chair. Like, it's quiet, but it's comfortable, and the legs adjust the height. It was like $12, if that. That's my little stool, and you can pivot on it. It's like it ain't no back support or nothing, but the way it sit, like it works. Like that's my go-to.
Bro, Muddy make a real good one too, but it's like 80 bones. But it's 360, it's quiet. It's got all your stuff to put in, like your little bags and stuff to put stuff in.
Wild Game Freaks, what's happening, man? Thanks for joining. What's going on? We just talk about our archery practice and setup for like our real life scenarios. What's going on with you?
But hey, like a couple years ago, I'm in the backyard shooting one of my homeboys, and we shooting at 20, 30 yards. And I was like, hey, bro, you might want to take some shots at like 10, 15 yards because, deer might come in that close. Ain't no deer going to come in that close, bro. All right. We got out the car, walking to edge of a cornfield, bust a left, deer, 12 yards. So we stepped back behind the corn because he had his back to, he was looking away from us. So I'm like, bro, he right there, nice 8-point. So we looked back over and the deer had walked into the corn. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll give him a little bit. Well, he pops out at 12 broadside. Before I can say anything, Buddy's at full draw and lets one ride, hits him right in his back, like no man's land. Deer runs towards us, breaks a left. He tries to pull off another shot, don't get it off. See the arrow fall out, gone. Totally botched it. Deer didn't die though. He was gone. He was all right. But
it probably hit him up top. Like didn't even probably bleed too much. Just hurt a little bit, I'm sure.
Just no man's land. Just meat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I was like, bro, see, I told you, like, had you taken, which I'm sure in the moment, even if you would have taken, a couple 10-yard, 15-yard shots, the adrenaline and shit was just too much for him. Because even when he stepped out at 12, he had no idea we were there.
And y'all were in the tree?
No, we were on the ground.
Oh, man.
We were on the ground. Yeah, we were walking, like, say we were walking in. The corner is to our left, and then it makes a bend left. So turn that corner, and he was boom right there grazing. Like, had he just like taken his time, because at no point in time that deer knew we were there.
Yeah, he had time, but that excitement and that adrenaline will get you. Like that's another thing too, like that people can do. Like take some shots with your heart rate up, because it ain't gonna be like all smooth, like you just kicking it around the way, like when especially the first couple times. I hope it don't ever go away for me. It hasn't yet to this point, but I'm always very aware of what I'm doing. Like it feels so much different than when I'm like rifle hunting. Like you just call it deer fever, whatever you want to call it. Like take a couple deep breaths and keep telling myself pick a spot. Like on the, when I say pick a spot, like on the fur, like I'm looking for a specific small spot to aim at. Aim small, miss small. But like the first couple of times, like especially shooting elevated, like I missed my first couple because I wasn't bending at the waist. Like I was dropping my arm down and it was throwing the whole thing off. So if you get in tree stands, if you in a saddle, that's one thing you can practice. And you don't even have to really go up all the way up a tree to get it done. If you move like a block really, really close and let your tailgate down and just stand on the back of your truck and get used to bending and hitting that spot and make sure you bending at the waist. Like that was the one change that I really, really had to focus on and I had to make when I first started doing it. And I mean, really, until I started like watching like a couple videos and stuff, like I just couldn't figure it out. It was like, why am I missing? Like everything looked good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I didn't know back then at that point in time, but that one's really, really important. And every once in a while, like I'll find myself let my arm drop a little bit and the arrow don't go where I go. I'll go back and watch the video. Sure enough, didn't bend enough.
Yep. So
like I try and over exaggerate it now, and I get a lot of practice at it at my height. Like, cause even out there at shot, man, like some of them daggone targets, bro. I had to like y'all was shooting them jokers standing up. Like I either had to take a knee or like sit down to get to them. Like,
see, that's the one benefit of being short. You ain't like you got to just a little bit, bit.
Like I remember that one. We was like in the creek bed and where the cone was like on the rocks. It was slightly uphill. You shot. Went right on through there. I shot, you heard a thwack. I ain't even see that branch up there. I had watched you shoot. You was so far underneath there compared to me. I had no idea that that branch was up there, but I found out when I heard that thwack.
Oh yeah, but man,
and that arrow shoot pretty flat too, so it was just a height thing. Like, and I just didn't see it. I think the crown of the scope like blocked the branch out, but that was a really, really good course, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. But man,
speaking of that video, will be out at the end of this week. Finally, it's coming out on July 3rd, the full video from that. So,
oh heck yeah,
catch that on Equalized Outdoors on the YouTube page. I'll be sharing the clips on New Jacks and stuff. But we finally get to share our experience with that. I'm definitely going back next year though.
Oh, for sure. I talked about like reaching out to him and say, hey man, like I want to like work with y'all, like as far as going out there and helping them set up and like and working the event, like because I eventually one time I do want to like have my own 3D event, just not something like what they got, just an annual one-time deal, but just go and see like behind the scenes stuff, like because I actually got to do that with Mountain Archery Fest. Like we got to Wyoming early and got to help set up targets and see how they like map out the courses and all that. I mean, it's a lot going to that, like way more than people.
Yeah, I remember when we had him on the show. Remember they was talking about like the e-scouting part that he was showing us that they did, and like he said they start as early as the summertime in like June.
Yep.
Like they'll be starting it up. So like that's dope. We should probably hit him up, man, and see if we can get him back on. Like now that the season's over for them, and kind of give a recap and see how it went.
How it all panned out.
Yeah, see how everything went, so we can get him back on there and have a recap. Because I like to work with him too, because that they could do a lot with the social media stuff, like in the video stuff that they had. Like there's some opportunities there for sure.
Oh, definitely, man. It's I mean, 3D shoots are definitely growing. But we see what TAC has become, and I think there's room for other companies to come in and do the same thing as it just
buddy.
Education.
Yeah, I got see Will, man. They having some storms out there. He having some trouble with his connections right now. So we got you, brother. We're gonna hold you down. I see you made it back in the chat right there. We got you. You can jump back on. Come on, get back with us. But we'll be here. But yeah, you're right, Trey. They definitely growing. But man, speaking of, did anything ever come out from that accident? Any more news like about what happened to the guy? Is he recovered? Like,
hush. It was all hushed.
I probably with an ongoing situation like that, nobody probably say much. But thoughts and prayers still to that guy and his family, man. I hope he make a full recovery.
Oh yeah, it was like, bro. Normally stuff is in like the news cycle like a week. Bro, that literally was in the news cycle for like 2 days and it was gone.
If that. Like I'm subscribed to the thread on Archery Talk, and I ain't got an update on that one in a minute. So
no, it came and went, man. It came and went.
Yeah, it definitely did come and went, man. But
I was going. Man, I'm glad I brought this. I'm glad we got on this conversation. What happened weeks before this land grab came out? There was something else that we were all fighting about.
It was the same thing. It was just in the House of Representatives.
It was something different. Oh, the lawsuit thing. The whole lawsuit.
Yeah.
And that shit was here today, going tomorrow. And then the land grab thing came out. So then everybody focus went to that. I ain't never heard no follow-up about that.
That is a very good point as well.
Bro,
for those that aren't familiar, it was a price fixing lawsuit between some of the big names in the industry. It's an antitrust situation between like Bass Pro Shops, Matthews was in it, a couple of other people that were named. And as I Google it, like not coming up with no new information.
Yeah, bro, that was
here
today, going tomorrow. And then like I saw people on like TikTok and stuff talking about it, but like it was almost if like I'm gonna speak on it, but I'm not going to give my opinion. And I'm going to say that it's really not that big of a deal because a lot of these companies in this suit are companies that I might want to work with one day, and I don't want to speak up and say nothing. And I'm like, man, like I guess people really don't care.
I'm not gonna say people don't care so much as, I just don't think what was reading this, like people don't really got much hope for that anything gonna come from the outcome. Because class actions, the thing is the lawyers the only ones that really make out. The lawyers are the ones that class actions mean lawyers get rich, get richer, basically. Hey. But I ain't seen no new news on it. So
no, I was part of a class action lawsuit and I got taken care of. Like for a college student, I thought that was pretty dope. That's when the NCAA sued EA Sports, and if you was on a video game from 05 to 2013, you was for every year you was on the game, you got some bread. So I got like it was like
that's dope.
$2,800, but now the new one of days came out with these cats are getting like $72,000 a piece.
Yeah, we did the math on that. It was something like that. It was about $72,000, or something like that. Good for them guys. I'm glad they finally get some money. But Colin Blackman, thanks for joining. I see you in the chat, man. Salute. Appreciate you joining.
Colin, man.
Appreciate you.
My frat brother.
Anybody in the chat got any questions? But yeah, man, the only other thing I got really going on for real, man, is we gotta get some more. We gotta get some more of that filming done. We got that one thing we talked about getting done. But if anybody got any hunts or anything, you need to get something done, man. Holla at your boy over here. I'm trying to fill up the calendar this year. I know Brandon and BHA New York and those guys got something going on. See if you see if we can get the band together to go out there and help them with one of their archery events. We talked about doing some filming, so Eagle Eyes Outdoors going to do the filming for that next one. It'll be in New York in August. I don't know the exact date yet, if you can make it, but I'll put that out if you can pull up.
August one of them tight months for me. July and August are my.
Bro, it's gonna be so hot. New York in August. Like, I know it's hot in Texas, man, but like I don't know what it is about over there. That must be the smog or something. Like all of the emissions or something. Boy, it be toasty over there.
Jungle, man. Concrete jungle.
Yeah, man. But it ain't no place I'd rather be in the summertime though. I love New York. And they got a good hunting community out there, strong. And then there's another thing going on either in November. I think it's the actual hunt. He said we can come out for that as well and participate in it. So if I can make it, definitely try and bring the camera out. Do a lot more filming this year. Like I said, I got that video from Shot with New Jack dropping on Friday. Then we got to get you out there, man. Get you an elk.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. But
yeah, he says 1,000 degrees at Tejas. Yeah, it is. But like, I don't know why, man. Like that concrete, like he said, when you be in the city, like in New York, that heat hit different. I don't know what it is about over there. I'd rather be here in Texas any day of the week than dealing with that concrete. Feel like I'm in a crab boil or something. It'd be miserable.
Nah, bro. New York is. I can imagine it being how hot it is there, man, with all that concrete. But bro, just to hear the fact that New York has a strong hunting community, that shit is wild to me.
They do. Like, did you see it? Like, they just had like 40 new people come out to the last event, last archery event, like just last weekend.
Dude, when I talked to Cliff Cadet a couple years ago, like that was the first time I knew anybody from New York hunted. He was saying, "Nah, bro, like the hunting community here is thick. Like you don't believe it, because like brothers and sisters you got to go through hoops and bounds to get to some public land, but when you get there, it's great hunting.
Dedicated you got to be to bring a cooler full of deer meat on the 7 train, bro. Like them jokers is serious. They ain't messing around, bro. Like they got to take a city bus, a cab, like." And 3 trains to get out there, but they doing it, and they show up in numbers too, time after time.
Hey man, if I lived in New York, you know what? I'd give me like a passenger van, and I'd do me a shuttle service. But you ain't gotta take this up, but I'm gonna take you all the way out there. Got a little bus stop and everything.
Hey man, I'm just gonna have to pay that, man. I'm gonna give me a private car, man. Go on Uber me out to the woods. I'm gonna pay that little $300, whatever I gotta pay. I'm paying it.
Hey. For $150 a year, I pick your ass up and drop you off.
Yeah, man. And we need to go out there inside the New Jack transfers for the hunting community. I'll pick you up in a Sprinter. Go ahead. Look, somebody gonna come out and jack this idea too. We be giving up a new idea every week on this show. We got to stop doing that.
Straight up.
We gotta stop doing that, man. My boy, are you back?
I think so. I think I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And man, he said $20 for a U-Haul, man. That damn jokers ain't got cars or driver's licenses. They can't do that part. Somebody else got to take. I'm just playing, New Yorkers. Don't come for me, yo. I'm just playing.
I get school bus. I get a school bus, bro. I pull up. Hey, bro. I'm pulling.
You gonna put hard on them?
4:30, bro. 4:30. Load up. Hell, I might go get me
that old Bluebird.
I'm gonna go get me old Greyhound.
Nah, bro. Just don't make it a Bluebird. I'm gonna have flashbacks, man. Them buses we used in the military. It felt like I was going to jail every time I got on one of them things. Bro, no air conditions. The windows hardly crack, and it's always raining every time I got on the Bluebird. Same thing in Crimson Tide, man. Soon they got on the bus, start pouring down raining. Can't stand them damn buses, man.
See, I never had to go through that, but I saw cats coming to Officer Kennedy School. bro. Getting off that bus, bro, man.
You know that bus I'm talking about, yo.
I know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Everybody is all, hey, yeah, you know, you're gonna grab your stuff, you can get off the bus, we're gonna see you out here. And then as soon as you get off that bus,
Get the fuck off the goddamn bus. The fuck is you doing? You piece of maggot. Like, yo, what did they just drop me off?
they throwing your stuff. Yeah, I never
man.
did it, but I used to stand on the corner and watch it when I was going to chow hall. I see that bus come in, like, oh yeah, they got
Man, that first day, I said, damn, this is gonna be a long 9 weeks in this South Carolina heat, boy. I wouldn't trade it for the world though, but it was hilarious, man. Hold up. Hey, see, Will.
Yeah.
Hey man, what you said? What did this guy tell me? What this guy in Wisconsin did now?
All right, man. So this guy in Wisconsin. Let me find the.
It looks like he done did some wild stuff while you try and find it, man. Like, what's the wildest like poaching story like you done heard? Like
this one I'm about to tell you. Well, actually, so this guy, he's from another state. He's from Idaho. So this man, he got in a helicopter and he was taking. They like people have been like complaining about seeing like a red helicopter flying real low and chasing like game away from hunters and stuff. And this man was killing deer like 200 yards off the ground, and he ended up getting caught. In Idaho, so he got his hunting license taken for the rest of his life, pretty much.
And it says they fined this man $180,000.
Yeah, $180,000. But the Wisconsin thing I was talking about, man, like, so this dude killed a buck on a deer farm, and he tried to make it off as a state record. It was a 49 point, non-typical. I'll post the link here in a second, but the deer was like recognized by a bunch of people in the county. It was like, man, I know where that buck came from. It's been pen raised and this and this and this. So he legally purchased it and all this other stuff, and then brought it and tried to make it seem like he killed this state record and all this other stuff, and pretty much got in trouble for it.
Why do people do that? Like, who do you think you're fooling?
I mean, you could tell from the picture, man. I'm about to share. Let me see if I can share my screen. Because you could tell by the picture, man. You know this ain't no, like, look at this.
Yes, we just had this happen in Virginia, too. It was called the Hollywood Cemetery, but very similar type of thing. Like, yeah, come on, man.
Like, look at this buck, man. You know they wasn't killed in a while.
That's Frankenstein.
The only reason why he would get caught. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, the only reason why he would get caught is because the color of the antlers. Now, had that deer like been out on had a tree to scrape his antlers on, he looked like he'd have the color, but them white ass antlers, nah, bro. That's straight up. That's straight up.
Like the dude in Virginia, man, he got caught because it was literally the most photographed buck in the state. As soon as he posted it, like people was in the comments on Facebook posting their pictures, like non-hunters, like these bucks literally lived in the cemetery. Like they were like docile as hell. Like they wouldn't even run away. Like, cause people come, they having funerals interments and stuff all the time. And he shot the deer and drove like all the way out to the country somewhere and laid it out on the ground like he shot it there. Like, no, buddy, you didn't. We know what deer this is. Like, I don't know why people even try that. Like, what made you think this was a good idea?
Shit, it sounded like a good time, a good deal, a good idea at the time.
It's a good little documentary on it from the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources on YouTube. If you want to laugh at a dumbass for a good 45 minutes.
And then if y'all want to go back to the whole drone situation, there was a dude in Pennsylvania that was found guilty during he got caught like 2 counts of illegal electronic devices during hunting, disturbing game, violations of regulations. He actually won this court case against Pennsylvania. It was like they did like an undercover sting on him and everything, but he came out of it on top because they thought he was illegally using the drone to hunt deer.
I know the guy you're talking about because when we did the drone segment, he was one of the guys that I used as evidence of getting prosecuted by the state of Pennsylvania. So you telling me like he beat the state?
Yeah, he beat the state. Drone pilot wins PA court case against undercover sting. Yep, they came out. They actually came out today, this morning.
I don't like that. I gotta look. I gotta look into this.
Yeah, he.
Anytime somebody beat the system, man, I'm on their side.
Yeah, I posted it in the chat right here.
Normally I am too. Normally, but not this. Not this one.
What were they charging him with?
Man, they was charging him with let me see.
No, he got charged for like basically like using a legal surveying and like electronic assistance type shit. I think they put a decoy out there on him too.
Yeah, they put a decoy out there. Is charged with multiple violations under the Pennsylvania Game and Wildlife Code for using a drone to assist in recovery of a deer that a hunter claimed he shot but could not find.
Yeah, I remember that.
The case resulted in a dismissal charges. And yeah, he beat the state. So
I'm imagining he beat him on some technicality and not the actual like.
I mean,
they came out this morning.
They didn't have nothing. They had nothing against him.
Had nothing against him.
Nah, like you said, no. So here it is right here. The state game commission intentionally withheld evidence prior to and during the judicial process. So yeah, like it wasn't like that he actually won. It was more like a technicality where they had to,
if you had
to let it go.
If you withholding evidence, I mean you was doing something wrong. You did something wrong.
Yeah, it was a procedural thing. Like I feel better about this now.
Yeah. A lot of people say it though.
Yeah, it got dropped. It got dismissed due to a Brady rule violation, which is basically what is when the prosecution withholds exculpatory evidence from the defense. So yeah, technicality. All right, I feel better. Don't try it again in Pennsylvania though, or try it so we can go ahead and get it out there. Like we got to get these drones off the streets, man. I ain't gonna start a whole another segment on it because I know how I feel, but
let's do it.
We got to get them off the streets, yo.
I say, hey, fire them up.
Yeah, fire him up.
What's your man's name? Because he got to go.
Mike.
Ooh.
No, not Mike Lee. You know that dude. They got that company, Drone Deer Recovery Services. We gotta get him off the street.
Mike Yoda.
Yeah,
Mike Yoda, yeah.
Streets. He got to go.
Nah, man. Fire him up.
I report every post he posts.
Yo,
that's a hater.
You a hater.
I do.
Stone cold
every time that shit come across my timeline, I'm reporting that bullshit. Get him out of here. I swear. Sorry. You can hate me.
Hey, Mike then blew up, but hey, his podcast studio, I tell you, that joker is dope.
Yeah, man, getting too much money illegally scouting these deer, man. We got to get him off the streets, man. I know a crook when I see one.
Wherever he live at, he got the law changed. So hey,
and speaking of crooks, second week in a row, man. Hunters of Color, man. Holla at me, man. I seen y'all put a couple more drops up there, but it still ain't enough. So like Kendrick said, I still need somebody to talk to me. Find me the representation from Texas. Let's talk so we can actually do something meaningful with that organization, man. And stop putting that little girl up there with the Fabletics on, man. She ain't mixed with nothing. Ain't a drop of melanin in that lady, man. Y'all got to stop doing that, man. You ain't fooling me.
Hey, bro, it's wild.
Dr. Umar does not approve, okay? You got to do better. That's all I'm saying.
It's wild that I ran into Kitten's cousin down here, bro. That's wild.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Small world.
Small world, man.
They in the chat laughing. But I'm for real though. We got to get him. Don't let me see that Drone Deer Recovery Service, boy. I'm reporting everything. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Click the button.
and what are you reporting?
Huh?
He just hating, no.
Nah, because it'll give you, it'll be like, it'll say like, is this like a scam or like a legal type activities type shit? It's one of them little drop downs I'll be using. I copy and paste the same thing. I got it in a note on my phone. Copy and paste the same little blurb. Bloop. I don't like that.
Yes,
Gotta get him off the streets, man.
the
I'm buck nasty when it comes to the drones.
They the hate of the year.
Yeah, buck
Hate of
nasty,
the
boy.
year.
I don't play that. Hate. Damn right. Nah, man, get your money, man. But we already. I'm just joking around, having a little fun. But you know how it go, man. Some of them jokers be using it the wrong way.
Oh yeah, the system's gonna be taken advantage of always.
Always, and that's a problem, man. Like we gotta stop allowing that shit.
System, you can't ban it all because of bad few.
I don't know.
Hey, man, the snowman.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the snowman was always banned, if we're being honest. It might have stopped the snowman, but the snowman is definitely banned. And this is what we can't talk. What? You're taking this New Jack shit too far. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna take y'all back because somehow our shows always end up going back down memory lane before we wrap this thing up. I'm gonna take y'all back to 2004, a young dreaded archer going to high school with a Jeezy snowman shirt and getting snatched up. I wear that. Bro, I bet you everybody had that all white, all black, tall tee with that.
I had it.
With that,
everybody had it.
Man, what
bro?
That time I checked, I was the man on these streets.
Diarrhea flow. You know what I'm saying? I still got a snowman T-shirt somewhere.
Yeah, they tried to ban that man. That man came out with the mixtape. Can't ban the snowman. I was like, get him,
snowman.
Jason.
We lit.
Get him, Jason.
Right,
Don't know nothing about no dope or nothing he talking about. But I'm sitting there.
I don't care. Boy, I figured it out real fast.
I was hyped, boy.
Man, my homeboy was just telling me the other day, like he's seen a TV show, like the Fed was on there talking about, man, I'm so thankful for young Jeezy, like getting dissecting the lingo, like because I had no idea what a bird or a chicken was. It's like you tell young Jeezy made the term popular. He was just telling me about it the other day.
That shirt is harmless, man.
No, you can't wear that. You know you can't wear that. If you somewhere where you know, you can't wear that, man.
Man, they used to sell them in the middle of the mall for $20. They was selling out.
Bruh.
5 and 6X shirts.
They came in two colors, black and white.
Black and white.
Listen, that's all you needed too. And black and white, and then it was extra tall because you know that was a nasty time when the t-shirts was long.
Sure was.
You have the tall tee, then the taller go underneath it, so you have two colors.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
With the wristbands, on.
You can't ban them.
Can't ban the snowman.
You cannot. Man, look. Lucky I can't play no Jeezy on here right now, boy. I'll let it rip. I didn't want to get us canceled. Nick said he was selling them joints everywhere. The mall, the hair store, the gas station. Yeah, they still selling them somewhere in Atlanta, I bet.
Man, that was
OG said I'm obviously old as I do not remember that shirt at all.
Oh man. Now you might have still been in your grooving days when that shirt came out. That was like 01.
Yeah, you still had your Stacey Adams on and that Kango, OG.
Yeah, it was like 01, 03, 05. It was a run. That was a time then.
Going out to the club, putting on that juke.
Man, I might do it. Yo, not the juke. Hey, yo. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, in the comments. If you missed this live, as usual, you can catch it on YouTube, man, about a week later. We got the highlights coming out. Give us a follow on your Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, man. It's New Jack Archers. That's Trader Archer. That's Mr. Courtney Williamson. I'm Mr. J Cam, and we are on the way out of here because this man is crazy. We'll catch y'all next week, fam.